Derek, another winner today. Good weekend for you. 2 4-year-old winners. We'll start with yesterday in Tyrella. Baldwin the Brave, a son of Capgard, bought out of Goff's Land Rover 47,000. Yourself and Donald McCain, and very impressive winner.
Yeah, it was lovely. Very happy with that horse now because Donald has an owner and he wanted to invest in Irish Points, and he sees what we do here every week with the education and bringing these horses on and making race horses for the future. And so it was an owner of Donald's that wanted to invest money, and so we bought 4 horses for him, and that was the first one to run yesterday. So it was very pleasing. Yeah.
He had a run in Bell Harbour and he fell, but he made up for that yesterday.
Yeah, and I have to take the blame for Bell Harbour. I probably sent him there too green, and he came on in load since the run, and to put up a nice performance in what I think was a good race. 12 runners around Tyrella. It takes a bit of doing now. Yeah.
Here today in Borris House, shuffle the deck. I'd say this is a horse that we'll be hearing plenty more of.
Yeah, I love this horse. Yeah, he's a fella that kind of all saves a little bit, so you'd never see the full potential. But I think we've seen it today. He's a nice horse. Yeah.
Didn't win by any wide margin or anything, but like you said, there's obviously huge improvement, and I heard you mention that he probably wasn't in love with that ground either.
Yeah, it's funny. He's a walk in the park out of a Flemingford mare, but and if you look at his pedigree, it all suggests soft ground, winter ground. But there's something about this fella. It's just such a nice mover. I have a feeling he's going to be a real kind of spring horse on nice ground. Yeah.
Things are going really well for you, training and riding. 18 winners ridden this year. That brings you to 1,335 point-to-point winners. Yourself and JP teaming up with these 4-year-olds is working really well, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're saying it for years that the education that they're getting here in the point fields is just so good for the horses, for their long-term future. And Mr. McMahon has seen a niche there to bring on the young horses, and all the horses that are winning are all homebreds. And it stands to them in for their longevity as race horses. Like, it's incredible what it does for them. That early education that we're doing today stands to them, and it makes them better race horses down along the line. There's no doubt about that.
I'm sure Mr. McManus gets a great kick out of those being homebreds as well.
I hope so. There's a lot of effort. I have a bunch of lads with me at home that are second to none. You couldn't handpick the men that I've working with me at home every day, and I can trust them that if I'm not there, if I'm going off to be a jockey, I can trust them that everything is done to a very high standard. And I think that's the difference, that I can do that. It makes
very
my
important.
Life, it makes my life very easy. That I can have good men around me, and I can trust them to take care of the horse and have the horse's best interests at heart.
Many more 4-year-olds at home to run the coming weeks?
It's difficult to say, isn't it? Because with 4-year-olds, it can change overnight. I'm in a good run now, but I could go home this evening and they could all be coughing. So I don't want to talk too far ahead. If things stay right, I've a couple of nice horses to run next weekend, but we won't get carried away.
The Wexford lads are probably sick of sight, at this stage.
Well, I like Wexford.
Is there one, besides shuffle the deck, as those 4-year-olds that you've won on, is there one that is a little special compared to the rest of
them? Sure. Again, we're only educating,
Okay.
It's very early stages.
Yeah.
They have a lot to do now before they're proper men, like big race horses. They have a lot of graphs to get between now and then. They'll go out to their trainers, and their trainers will handle them with caution, and they'll find their feet along the way.
One I like is That's the Way I'm Thinking. Out of a very good dam and Sway, so well bred, obviously, brother to Limerick Lace and a couple of other horses that Gavin Cromwell has as well. He's very nice, isn't he?
Yeah. An exceptional jumper. Big fences around that Old Town track, and he just handled the conditions and jumped exceptionally well on the day. So I think it was a good performance. Yeah.
Good. Well done.
Thank you very much.